Welcome to another episode of Pets of Family. Today we have Smriti Thomas here with us.
Hi.
Hello, welcome, and thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And like I always request my guest to introduce yourself in less than a minute.
Okay, all right. Hi, I'm Smriti. I started the brand Muttley Crew, which is a pet treats brand which focuses on treats which are natural, free of artificial preservatives, made with only human-grade ingredients, and approved by my two pets, which are Maggie and Penny.
Maggie and?
Penny.
Wow. And
Yeah.
what breed are those?
They're Cocker Spaniels.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why didn't you bring them today?
I thought it would
Pets are allowed in this
I
show.
thought it would be chaos in here.
okay.
They would probably ruin your chairs for starters because they would.
I'll send you the bill later.
We're a small company still. We're a growing company.
Same. Nice. So what was Smriti doing before this?
I spent many years in the advertising industry, actually.
Wow. Same.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Ogilvy.
Ogilvy. Are you going for the reunion?
They didn't invite me.
There's a reunion.
Really?
Yeah, tomorrow.
I was in Ogilvy for quite some time and then I moved to TBW.
Really? Okay. All right. I was in Ogilvy for only about a couple of years, then moved on to Grey, actually. I was heading digital for Grey.
So from the advertising agency to starting your own brand, tell me your story.
It's a little bit of a jump. But for me, I think I've always been a little dog obsessed, specifically dog obsessed, but I like cats. I like any kind of animal, really. So it's always been, I think, a little bit of a dream somewhere in the back of my head to do something in that space, but I was never kind of clear about what it was that I wanted to do. So I think when when we got Maggie, she was a little puppy who we kind of ended up picking up without realizing maybe that what we were getting into even. Because even though I've had dogs before, my husband has had dogs before, but it was, we were just starting off. We got this little puppy and then realized that she came to us with so many health issues. And we were trying to make sure that, we were doing right by her. So that's kind of how this whole journey started. And really started with me just making things for her, out of my house. And then I realized, there's this entire community of people who are looking for something similar, who are also having issues with their dogs.
So what issues did Maggie have?
Maggie had, she had hip dysplasia in both her hips. So she had to have 2 surgeries at a really young age.
Is it genetical or?
It's a genetic condition, yeah. We don't know her background. We don't know where she came from. She's an
That's
unfortunate.
one of the challenge of getting a puppies, right?
Very tough. You can never say really with any dog, obviously. I think, all you can do is get the dog because you love dogs and then do right by them in whatever way you can, right?
That's exactly what I'm going through.
Yeah. Same with having kids, I guess, right? You never know. So same with dogs. You just have to do the best you can. So she had these 2 hip surgeries at a very young age. So we had to be very careful about what she ate. And she loves to eat. Loves to eat. So yeah, that we had to be kind of careful about how we regulated. And she always had very poor gut health as a pup. So again, we would get her these treats and get her this food. And we're like, this is supposed to be excellent for all these things. And then she would just be in such distress by the end of it. So I started making things out of my house. I was like, okay, let me just try and see if this helps. And it suited her. And as it happened, we lived in a community where there were a lot of dogs. So it kind of very organically spiraled into something. That's really how it started. I know it's a lot of, a lot of founders say that, obviously, right? It started from a need. And It truly did. And I think it's just about finding the community that kind of grew with us, you know.
But this is the only industry that people have such beautiful stories to say.
I think that's really lovely. I really think that people get into this because they're passionate about it. Yeah. And I think that's very, very important. And it does shine through in so many of the products. There are wonderful products in the market, including ours, of course.
Yeah, you are everywhere. Every pet event we go to, you're there.
Are we? Are we? Okay.
That's really
good.
nice of
the
you
marketing team is really doing a good job then.
Great. Awesome. And how did you quit your job to get into this, or were you doing your full-time job and...
No, I'd actually taken a little break from my job. And I was taking on consulting projects on the side. So it wasn't something where I quit this and started this. It happened kind of organically together. And then as I started getting more orders, I was like, oh, okay.
So what were you cooking? You said you were cooking at home, right?
Yeah, I was making treats. Yeah, so it started with treats. We're in that space still. We're getting into other things, but as of now, it's still very much in the treat space. So but it used to be more of, for example, birthday cakes for your dog, which we still do. And we have people who've been coming back to us for 5 years now who are like, hey, you remember that birthday cake you made? Can you make another one, but can we make this change and can we use this color? And so we have all that and we do all of that for Bangalore only. Unfortunately, we can't do anything for the rest of India. But yeah, so that's how it started. And we used to make biscuits and all of that, but very, very small scale. So last year, we kind of decided that there is a lot of potential in this space and we want to be able to be a part of it and to be an industry leader in it. So when we decided to scale, the best way to do that is to look at biscuits, jerkies, things which we can send out everywhere in India. And that's how now it's, become a little more, what do I say? I mean, I can't call myself a home run business anymore for sure. So we have a unit and we have deadlines and we have things going out every day. Yeah. It's been really lovely.
So when you narrate your story, it just feels like it's so easy. You just quit a job, then you start something. It is not that
It's
right?
not easy at all.
Tell me the challenges that you faced in the initial days.
I mean, I think...
what was the most difficult one? I know cooking at home or preparing treats and giving it to your colony, much easier.
Yeah.
But beyond your colony?
I think the most challenging thing was the logistics. Right? I think that's something that takes a lot of time to kind of figure out. You don't necessarily realize that when you're saying, oh, we ship pan-India, but we're steering clear of preservatives, how does that affect the product, right? So you have to take into account things like the outside temperature and, what kind of packaging we use. And then courier companies where you have no control over how long it takes to reach, someplace in Assam, right? Like there's no way for us to control these factors. So it's been a learning curve, a really, really steep learning curve. We are now maybe it's taken us a little longer, in fact, than I would have liked.
So which year was this?
We started shipping pan-India earlier this year.
Earlier this year?
Yeah.
So when did you actually start? Like which year was it?
Look, I started Muttley Crew out of my house in, I think it's been almost 5 years now.
5 years. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Nice.
But we've formalized it and made it into what it is today, made it a brand to be reckoned with, I think. Nice. That's all happened within the last year.
Okay. The first year, was it like a break-even? Was it?
Yeah. I mean, the first year is about, before we even get into like how profitable it is, it's really about what you learn out of the experience.
Nice.
Right? And I think that's what a lot of businesses need to understand. You have to give yourself time to learn, because even if you are a business who's been in existence, when you want to scale, it's always going to be different. It's always, and you have to give yourself that time to learn and then to kind of make sure that you're rectifying certain things. Right.
So what was the first customer feedback that made you feel like, I want to do this? I want to do it in a big way?
Actually, we've been really lucky to have some very wonderful customers. I mean, I guess that has a lot to do with the product itself, because obviously, I think most dogs have enjoyed it. We get DMs from customers saying, our dog is obsessed with your treats, which is really lovely to hear. We just put up a testimonial yesterday from a customer who said, my dog will not go for a walk now without your treats. So that's been really, really encouraging always, right? To get that. And we've got that feedback from day one. So yeah, I mean, that's how it is.
Wonderful. Great. Okay. Did you ever question that does the market really need another pet food?
I mean, yeah.
5 years back, how was the market?
5 years back, the market was a little different. It was smaller for sure.
That was
And
peak COVID, right?
peak COVID. So a lot of brands emerged actually during that time. Because I think that's also when a lot of people started adopting. And that really went up during that time because people were suddenly like, oh, I do have the time to have this dog that I've always dreamt of having, right? To have a companion. So, and I think dogs really, well, definitely my dogs helped me get through COVID. And I'm sure that was the case for so many people. So yeah, the landscape was quite different 5 years ago. Now, yeah, I mean, of course, I questioned, do I want to be in this space or not before I got into it? But I think what we kind of want to do is we don't want to be another brand, right? We want to be a brand where there's a trust factor that's developed between pet parents and us, where they don't need to sit and Google every ingredient that there is on the packet. So I think those are very, very important to us. So if you look at our packets, if you look at the back of our packet, it's very straightforward. We list everything. We don't have things like flavoring.
Nice.
Yeah. So we steer clear for that. And I think that's really made a difference in the way people have received our brand.
Okay. From home to setting up a factory, did you ever feel that it's losing its essence? I think at some point everybody has to move out and do things like.
Look, there is only one way to grow the business, right? I can't do it out of my house. I would love to do it out of my house. It's not possible, and it is what it is. But I don't think you lose the essence of the product because at the end of the day, you have to be clear, okay, if the process of making a product is there are 5 steps, which part of it can I automate? And I think automation to a certain extent is a good thing because you get consistency, you get quality, right? But at the end of the day, if you make sure that there is a certain amount of human intervention where you're sourcing ingredients, you're making sure that quality is great. And then you're doing those checks at the end to make sure that what is going out to a customer is great. Then you're not losing the essence. In fact, you're just adding to it, I think.
Wonderful. And what point did you realize that I have to move out of the house? Like, was it the sales number or the number of orders?
Number of orders.
Pan-India?
So when I was doing it in the house, I wasn't doing Pan-India. And the only way I could accommodate, and there were so many people messaging saying, when are you going to be sending this to our city? And I'm like, oh God, I have no idea how. I don't know how to do this. If I don't move it out, have a team, have it be more than just me and my 2 dogs, of course. They're part and parcel of the business. So yeah, that's when I realized, look, there is scope. There are people who are really, really looking to find quality treats for their dogs. And I mean, I would love to have our treats reach them at the end of the day.
So it was called Muttley Crew when you started at home?
It was always called Muttley Crew.
So what's the story behind the name?
Well, it's always, I guess I could tell you a story about how I love the band or something. No, the truth is it's a great, it's a little phrase, right? Motley Crew. In English, we say, it's a motley crew. And that's what it was. It was me. I had one helper who was my cook and my 2 dogs. So we really were a motley crew. And that just became, very organically, it became Muttley Crew. That's it. Yeah.
Is it Motley Crew or Muttley Crew?
Well, the original phrase is Motley Crew. We've just done a twist to
Twist,
it.
okay. Should I call it Muttley or Muttley?
You should call it Muttley. I mean, obviously, now it's about all about the dogs. So Muttley for sure.
Muttley Crew. And what were the challenges moving out of the house?
I think
Did you fear that now it's getting bigger, or did
you lose control a lot about
because you don't come from the manufacturing background, right?
No, I don't. So there was a lot of learning, lot of learning about what licenses, for example, right? And we wanted to, I was very clear that we wanted to be above board about all of this. So we had to get all the required licenses, whether we needed it or not, right? That was a huge challenge. Even what kind of equipment to use. But what you realize when you're trying to grow a business like this is there are a lot of people who are actually willing to help if you just ask.
From the community?
Not just from the community, but also around, like I got help from the most unlikely places. And it was really lovely how supportive people were.
Nice.
Towards someone who's starting out. I think as long as people see that the intent is there, that you're really passionate about it and you're trying to do something, not just for the sake of it, right? I think they're always willing to help. And that actually has been a really lovely realization for me, right? More often than not, if I ask for help, I get it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which has been amazing.
Super. And what were the challenges moving out? Like you mentioned
what
about
was not a challenge?
What was not a challenge? Okay. Was it easy to find what equipment and all that? You need somebody in the industry to advise you on that.
Yes. So we still have, actually, we have a kitchen consultant on our rolls.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So she helped us set up the space. She's been part of this from day one, pretty much. And she's
It's called kitchen consultant.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she'll tell you, okay, fine, you want to make these products? This is the right equipment to use for this. And then she will find the manufacturer and she will...
So there are people who exist with that title?
Yeah, who'll set it up for you.
Oh, wow.
Who'll set it up for you. Yeah. And I think that's also an important learning. You have to know what your strengths are. For me, I guess my strength was because I'd done this for some time, I knew what the products were. I knew what kind of ingredients I wanted to use. I knew all of those things.
How did you even know there is a person called kitchen consultant?
Again, I got very lucky. I have some friends who are in the food industry.
Food industry, nice.
So when I spoke to them, I spoke to a lot of people because there was a lot that I didn't know, right? Everything was new. In terms of setting up a kitchen, setting up a unit, it's all new.
And which year was this when you moved out of the house and set up the kitchen?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So within a year, we've set up this unit, we've set up our logistics, we've set up marketing, we've set up a lot of different departments. It's
wonderful.
actually, sometimes as a business owner, you're like, oh my God, I'm not doing enough. But also when I just take a step back, I'm like, oh, wow, we did all of this within a year. That's
fantastic.
Also kind of crazy. So yeah, I've been very lucky, I would say, though, to have a really lovely team that supports me.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And moving out, was it all funded by you or did you raise any funds?
No, we raised funds. But we have some investors on board.
Do you want to mention who the investors are? Or?
Well, yeah, I can mention who they are. There's a man called Mr. Ramanujam. He's a very well-known industrialist from Chennai.
Oh, nice.
Then we have...
Does he have a pet?
He does not have a pet.
How did you convince him?
He really kind of believed in what I was talking about.
From
he
your
believed
connection?
that there was it was a prior connection, and he believed that there's a lot of potential in this space.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, then we have someone from the Murugappa family who's invested.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And then
Big
we have
guys.
a couple of other high net worth individuals,
Nice.
HNIs.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you so
And
much.
this was last year.
This was last year.
Wow, fantastic. Superb.
Yeah.
Beautiful story.
Thank you.
And now setting up the factory. Where's the factory? In Bangalore?
The factory is very much in Bangalore. We're in Jeevan Bhima Nagar.
And that's where your office is.
Office, factory, everything is together.
Everything's
Because I thought it was kind of necessary actually to have one space, especially in the beginning when we're setting up, because we kind of wanted to be making sure that everything was running smoothly. And that takes time, and it comes with its own set of challenges. So it was very, very important to find a space that was big enough to accommodate a unit, but also to have supporting functions, to have the operations team, to have accounts and finance, to have sourcing, to have everyone sitting in one space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I should call it factory. I should call it larger kitchen.
It's a production unit.
Production unit. That still sounds like a factory.
That's kind of what it is.
Because you operated from your kitchen,
Yeah.
then moved out to a larger kitchen.
Yeah, sure.
Nice. And what's the most expensive thing setting up your own unit?
Oh, what isn't expensive? There's nothing. Are you talking about in terms of actual expense or just in terms of time?
Is it the real estate?
Real estate is, I would say the equipment is obviously going to be the most expensive bit.
The equipments are from India?
They are put together by someone in India, but we have, the best quality ovens and dehydrators and so on.
Nice. It's available here in India.
Yes, it's available.
And where did you get this knowledge from? That there is some
My kitchen consultant.
Nice.
She's amazing. I highly recommend
well connected then.
Am I?
So she knew everything about the dog food also.
No. So she knew how to set up a kitchen, right? And that was what was it. But she knew the products that I wanted to make. And, we went through all the recipes together and actually made them physically and kind of developed new recipes together, which we thought would work. So it's been a lot of all of that. And then we've got a nutritionist on board who's also contributed to it. So it's a bunch of people who are really like physically going like, okay, how do I make this particular product? And yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And was this in your plan when you started your first production in your kitchen?
Out of my house?
Did you ever imagine that one day you're going to move out and set up a factory?
No, I was like, I want to make treats for my dog, which are healthy. And that's how it started. And then suddenly it snowballed into something else. And I think that's some of the best parts of life, right? Sometimes you don't realize the potential of something.
Nice. Do you have any co-founders?
I don't have any co-founders. I'm doing this myself. Yeah.
So many questions now.
Yeah.
And did your family support you with?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. They've been a huge source of support for me, and they've kind of really encouraged me to go for it. It's not a typical dream, setting up a business, of course, like people do it, but setting up a business in the pet space, it's still, I guess, relatively new in India. But I've been very lucky.
So were you a part of any of the pet community when you started this? Did you visit pet events?
I have. I haven't necessarily participated too much before this because I think when you're doing it yourself, there's only so much you can do. Now, of course, we do several pet events. In fact, we do some really unique ones. We do breakfasts for dogs. We just did a picnic for dogs with Courtyard and with Karan Upmanyu from Knots and Crosses. Yeah, so we did a collaborative event. Wine in Progress was part of it. So it was a really, really lovely event. We have a few more coming up, which are very interesting again. So
the first time I heard about Muttley Crew, I thought you were an event organizer.
Why? Because we're always doing events?
Yes.
Are we?
So nice events.
Shanali from marketing is doing a great job.
Okay, now sourcing high quality stuff for your manufacturing thing, right? Was there any compromise on margins? Now that you have expenses, you have factory, you have people to run.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's you look at it every day and you're like, oh my God, is this how much we pay for whatever it is? But for us, quality is really non-negotiable, right? And it has to be human grade ingredients. It has to be things which I will use in my own kitchen to make food for my family. And that's just a non-negotiable for us as a company.
But today every brand says that, right? Human grade, homemade,
of course,
organic,
of course,
vegan and all that stuff. What's your take in that?
Well, Every brand says it. It really, I think,
Does it really matter to the pet parents when they say that, because they've been hearing it from so many other brands?
yeah, there are a lot of buzzwords like this in the market. You're absolutely right. I think at the end of the day, the end product is what is going to matter. So you can say human grade, you can say, natural. Natural is one that's always used. But one, when it's used with no real definition, to me, that's a little bit of an issue. And two, at the end of the day, your dog has to like the product, and you have to see the benefit of it. And as long as that happens, we're okay. And we've not had too many people come and say, "Hey, our dog didn't like your product." So
the one thing I really like about brand is you say it and you're out there in the public. And a lot of big brands say that and they don't want to show their face, because I don't think so they live by it. It's really nice you organizing event, bringing the pet parents together.
Yeah, we do.
And openly saying it, it's a human grade, kitchen made and all this stuff.
Yeah,
nice.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
Something that any new entrepreneurs can learn. When you say it, you have to live by it.
Yeah, and actually, most of our events, my dogs are there. They're eating the same food that every other dog there is eating. They have our treats every day. Every new treat is tested on my dogs, as well as,
They must be thanking you for more food every day.
Yeah, they love it. They're very happy about it. That's how I'm the favorite parent.
Nice. So the Indian pet parenting is booming. And since the time I have entered the industry, that was last year, and I have seen that it is not dog owners anymore. They call themselves as a pet parent.
Correct.
Which is so nice to hear. Until even I'm new to the industry. Just before this, I thought it was dog owners, cat owners. I was wrong.
No, we don't own them. They own us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also someone in the last show said my dog adopted me.
Yeah, 100%.
That's so nice.
100%.
It's just new things I'm hearing, and it's very nice. Do you think as pet parents are like overwhelmed by too much of knowledge on internet, especially on medias like social medias like Instagram? There's one influencer says vegan is good. One will say don't feed packet food.
Yeah.
Only feed this, and one will say only curd rice.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of information out in the market. But that's the truth, I think, about anything, right? We have access to everything at this point. And I guess the point is you have to, as a pet parent, you have to be able to do your due diligence. You have to...
How do they do it?
Do the basics. Do things like read ingredient labels, right? If you can't...
Are there any regulations around the ingredient labels?
Not at the moment, not in the pet industry.
Oh, then what's the point of reading the ingredients?
It's true, but that's a starting point, right? So if you read it and you can understand what's on it and you don't need like a chemistry degree to understand it, you're probably on the right track.
So is that ingredients been vetted, verified by any organization? So
we are FSSAI certified, right, which is for all to make sure that any product that is in the food industry, right, it's food safety. So yeah, we are FSSAI certified.
Nice. So one myth about the imported versus homegrown food.
Yeah. One myth that I should bust.
Yep.
I guess that just because it's imported, it doesn't mean better.
That's what we all think.
Yeah, I know. It's
a common. Look at the labels.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you automatically think, oh, their processes are better, or maybe their vetting processes are better. Like there is this conception, but that's not true. Imported treats could also mean older, to be honest. It could mean that they are sitting in transit for months before it reaches you. You order treats from us. Off our website. They're made fresh. They're sent to you immediately. They're using locally sourced ingredients. So, yeah, I mean, isn't that better?
Nice. Yeah. So, what are the challenges in scaling now?
Scaling?
Are you delivering pan-India now?
we are delivering pan-India.
Super.
We deliver our biscuits and our jerkies anywhere in India.
What's the craziest location you have delivered to?
We get these deliveries, we get these orders from small towns that we've never heard of, like...
Tell me one town name. Let me see if I know that.
Okay. Mundakayam. You heard it?
Did you scold me or what? That sounded like an abusive word.
Mundakayam, I swear. It's a little town.
South.
It's in the south. It's in Kerala.
Someone in Mundakayam, how did they find you?
Online. And it was... So this is right at the beginning, and we were still trying to figure out, which courier company do we use and how do we get it across to Mundakayam and all of this. So we sent it once and it never reached the customer.
Oh.
Yeah. And then he was nice enough to call us, and he was really lovely about it. And we were like, oh my God, we're so sorry. We're sending it to you again, different courier company and all of this. So yeah, it takes time to do that. And finally, it reached the customer. His dog loved it. He ordered again. Rest is history.
What's the percentage of your
repeat customers? We have actually about 40 to 45% of our
fantastic
base is repeat. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have cat food also?
We are getting into cat food. We haven't got there yet, but it's definitely something that we see huge potential in. When we visited the trade fair in Bangkok, in Thailand, where actually I met you over there. And that's when, it was mind-blowing, I think, just to see the kind of products that they have. And so much of it was cat-focused. And I think in India as well, urban India specifically, the cat population is definitely going up. People are, if they want a pet, they're like, cats are easier because, you don't need to walk them and you don't need to do all of those things. So yeah, cat food, definitely something that we will look at.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. And what products do you have at the moment?
Right now we have a range of, the ones that we ship pan-India, we have a range of biscuits and jerkies.
These are all generic one or on condition, like any health condition?
So there are certain products which are, like for example, our chicken and parsley jerky is great for breath, right? Okay. So we do have certain biscuits and jerkies which are good for certain conditions. We haven't necessarily labeled it as such for right now, but that's the next logical step for us as well.
So you have biscuits, treats?
We have biscuits and jerkies. We're developing a range of soft treats for older dogs. We have training treats coming up. We have a lot of things in the pipeline. We have dog food coming up very shortly.
Fresh food?
Yeah.
Fresh food?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Do you sleep?
When you start a business, and I'm sure you can attest to this, I used to love to sleep. I used to need my 8 hours, otherwise I can't function. You start your business, whether you want the 8 hours and whether you actually have the time for 8 hours or not, you will still get up in the middle of the night with these burning questions in your head that you need answered before you go back to sleep. So I'm sure you can attest to that.
How many hours do you sleep now?
Oh, it's a hard one. 4, 5 hours, maybe. 5 hours. 5 hours. 5 hours. It's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
I get my 7 hours sleep.
Do you?
With all the stress
Lucky
I'm going
you.
through. I need my sleep.
I know. It's very hard to function without it.
Tell me the challenges of being a woman entrepreneur in the men-dominated industry.
I think being a woman entrepreneur is always going to be a little harder. I mean, people are always going to look at your male colleague and assume that he's the one who actually runs the business or makes the decisions. So I think, but I don't think that's specific to the pet industry. I think that's a problem that I think any working woman faces. But the good part is I think that is changing. It's slow, but it's changing. And this industry specifically, there are so many wonderful women entrepreneurs and so many inspiring stories of women entrepreneurs. So yes, it is a little bit male dominated, but I think we're doing our bit, just by showing up even to, change that bias a little bit.
Nice, wonderful, wonderful, great. So Bangalore being the pet capital of India, tell me about the community here, and how do you keep yourself engaged, or how do you keep yourself connected to the community?
It's a really good question. Yeah, Bangalore is definitely pet central, which is really nice. It's great to be able to grow a business like this, in a space that is so focused on bringing pets to the forefront, right? And that's really lovely. So we meet a lot of really lovely people from the industry. We've been trying to do our outreach. Of course, we do social media and so on. We engage with people who have shopped from us. We make sure that we have a regular kind of conversation going with them. We do lots of events in collaboration with well-known brands around Bangalore.
Right.
So we've done one with S'more in the past, for example.
Wow.
I think I mentioned the Courtyard event, which,
yep,
Courtyard is known for its really, really, really well-run events. We've done one with Geist, which was very, very nice.
That's a pub.
It's a pub, but it's a pet-friendly pub. So we did...
That's the beauty of Bangalore.
Yeah. So we did so they do a barbecue and beer thing, and we did barbecue and beer, but for dogs. So all pet-friendly. The beer did look like beer, but it was broth, with an egg white foam. And then we also do like a bunch of these, like we do for occasions. We think it's really important that pets get to celebrate along with us, right? So I'm Malayali, and for us, Onam is a very big thing. So we did an Onam Sadya for dogs. So it had different things, like it had...
With the mundal and all that. Dogs
we didn't include the munda. We, of course, included a banana leaf.
Did they eat the leaf also?
My dogs definitely tried.
My dog will do that.
Would definitely do that, right? So we did avial, but the avial was with chicken, so like that. So all the same dishes, but just with a twist. Similarly, we did the
Not many brands do all this. This is so...
No, we think it's very important that pets are part of they're part of our family, right?
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So we did a Potaka box, which you guys know because you used it for a contest that you were running, where every treat was shaped like a pataka.
Who comes up with this kind of crazy ideas? Should I turn the camera that side again?
This is a collaborative idea. It was me, Shonali, who's here, our kitchen consultant, Pooja.
But treat in a pataka shape, whose idea was that?
So I had actually done this many years ago. It's just that we were able to scale it now because we have a team who can do that. So I'd done it as a very limited edition kind of a thing, and it was still limited edition, but it's just that it was much bigger. And then we have some really, really fun stuff coming up for Christmas, which we're very excited about.
Super.
Really,
Nice.
really good collaborations.
Are we invited?
Of course, anytime. And what I think, we also really kind of want to, as you said, Bangalore is the pet capital, and we have a lot of really lovely organizations, NGOs, who are really doing their best to get these dogs adopted, because as much as it's pet capital, there are also dogs being abandoned, right? So we're doing something with an organization called Gudu, which is a welfare organization, takes in dogs who've been abandoned. And what we want to do is to make sure that every dog at Gudu gets a gift for Christmas. Right? So anytime you buy from us, if your order value is above $1,000, we will donate a toy or a gift, basically. It'll probably be toys, because treats they may fight over. So, and also we don't necessarily want to promote our brand. We want it to be something.
Is it on the spot or online?
What do you mean?
Buying the product from
buying the product from online on our website.
I'm buying it.
Thank you so much. That would be really, really
That's
lovely.
really nice.
No, yeah. So we just want to make sure, because I think we give our dogs, gifts for Christmas. There's always a gift for Maggie and Penny under our tree. So I think it's just really important. Nanupa actually is really, really lovely. She's really nice to work with as well. So so this is something that we thought, at least Christmas is the season for giving, and we wanted to be able to give back any way we can.
I think you've given enough tip for people to start their own now.
Have I?
Yes.
Have I said
enough.
too much?
Yes, yes.
Oh, no.
You have everything except the numbers, which you can share it in the comment when people ask. I'm sure people are going to reach out to you.
After this, I mean, if you're saying I've given too much information, then I'm not giving you any more.
This is
No,
like
I'm joking. I kid.
almost like a mini MBA course now.
Oh my
The
God.
masterclass.
Oh
How you
God.
started from kitchen
Oh
to...
no, I've given all the pointers.
So what...
No. I kid. I think the more people in this space, the better.
Nice, very nice. Very nice. So what's your advice to the budding entrepreneurs who want to get into the pet industry?
Well, I think my advice is, loving pets, loving your dog,
Get
loving
pets first.
It's not a business plan. Right? You can love your dog. I love my dogs. They're everything to me. But if you don't really get into the nitty-gritties of stuff which is sometimes kind of boring, right? If you don't get into accounts, if you don't get into logistics, if you don't understand data and really kind of get your hands dirty with it, and if you don't actually go and physically make things with your hands, it's never going to succeed. So that's my advice.
So you manage kitchen, look at data, look at online, do events, and what else do you do?
Oh, wow.
Accounts.
Yeah, I do all of that. I do all of that.
I'm not trying to scare the budding entrepreneurs, but
No, look, I think, passion is a lot, it's everything. It has to start from there. Do you need to do all these things? Yes. Do you need to realize at some point that you can't do everything? Yes. Do you need to find a team that you trust absolutely and that you can work with closely and who will adapt with you? Yes. So they're all very, very important things. But it's, like I said, going back to the point, just because you love your pet doesn't mean that you will succeed in the pet business.
Nice. Fantastic. That should be like a statement. So what does 2026 look like?
2026 is going to be a very exciting year, I think.
I can see
have
that.
so much stuff which is in the pipeline and really can't wait to share it. I'm not going to share it right now because I think Shonali is going to kill me because she has plans to reveal all of this. So I will not share it. But there's just so much stuff that we're working on at the same time. So it's really exciting for us. I'm just
Time
can't
to
wait.
take a break before that.
The thing about, again, being an entrepreneur, not to scare budding entrepreneurs or anything, but the thing about being an entrepreneur is, even if you say you're going on holiday,
You're working.
aren't you? Aren't you? Yeah. No such thing as a holiday anymore.
Yep. Any plans of exporting?
I mean, yeah, if we find the right partners, always happy to look into that market.
Is the product ready to compete with the global product?
Of course. We are of global standards.
Super.
Yeah.
Nice.
And by the way, we have people who've taken our products all over the world and have fed their dogs and they've all loved it.
So with all the quick delivery apps out there, are you planning to list your product there?
We are actually already on Blinkit.
Blinkit?
Yeah.
Guys, they're on Blinkit.
Yeah. And, I think only in certain locations right now, but we're expanding that.
You see good sales on Blinkit?
We've just listed our products.
Okay.
So yet to see. But I would imagine because, it's all about consumer behavior, right? We all want things in 7 minutes these days. So
Even the dogs.
Dogs are definitely not waiting for 7 minutes.
7
That's
minutes.
too long for them.
That's 7 days.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah. I mean, so we are already on QCOM. We will be on other QCOM platforms as well. And we're on Amazon. We're going to be on your platform. We're on a bunch of.
Is good business on Amazon? Good sales on Amazon?
Again, it's a learning curve. We're still figuring out a lot of the logistical part of it. So yeah, sales. I can't complain about the sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super. Awesome. Great. This is like a masterclass.
Oh my God.
I'm sure a lot of young entrepreneurs are going to sit.
They're all
make
going to
notes.
put me out of business.
Are
Oh,
you
no.
open to mentor them?
Always happy to. Always
Nice.
happy to if they find it useful.
Useful.
Yeah.
Super. Nice. Great.
Don't want to be that person who's preachy either. Yeah.
You're not that kind of a person.
I'm not. Okay.
You're too busy to do all this.
I don't have time. Right?
Don't have
No, but always happy to speak to anyone. Look, I really do think that it's important to get the right kind of people who are passionate about pets, about doing right by pets. I think it's important to get them into this space. And it is a growing space. Of
It
course.
is. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm glad even I decided to come inside
Yeah.
the pet industry. Lovely.
No, and it's
Great.
so nice that you've got this platform where brands like us can come and talk. It's just nice to have a conversation.
Thank you. I was waiting for you to say something
Of
about
course.
the platform.
Hey, I said we're going to be listing on your portal.
Yes.
Also, check out his t-shirt. It's very cool.
This the one.
I want one for myself.
Yeah, we already packed it for you. Smriti, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This didn't
Thank you,
feel like a
Anil.
podcast record at all. It feels like we both were sitting in a coffee place and having coffee and
Yeah. Minus,
minus the coffee.
minus all the camera.
Minus all the cameras around. Thank you so much for coming
Thank
to our
you
show.
so much for
It was
having me
wonderful to
again.
have you. And Merry Christmas and
Wish you
best
the
wishes for that Christmas event that you're
Thank
doing.
you.
So nice of you to think of giving it back. And
the least we can
I'll be your first customer.
Amazing.
1,000 above order for my dogs.
Amazing. Thank
Saying
you
it on
so
the camera.
much.
Please remind me.
We'll remind you. I have your number.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anil.
Thank you.